Today, we will share with you the main 3 Buddhist practices for success. We hope you will find some inspiration and wisdom from the teachings of the Buddha, who was a great teacher and a role model for millions of people. The Buddha lived in India about 2,500 years ago, and he taught a way of life that leads to happiness, peace, and liberation from suffering. He was not a god or a prophet, but a human being who attained enlightenment through his efforts and compassion. He showed us how to overcome the negative emotions and attachments that cause us pain and dissatisfaction, and how to cultivate the positive qualities that bring us joy and fulfillment. He also showed us how to live in harmony with ourselves, with others, and with the world. The Buddha taught many things, but 3 main practices are essential for success in his path. These are meditation, morality, and wisdom. Let's explore each of these practices and see how they can help us achieve our goals and dreams. Meditation is the practice of training the mind to be calm, clear, and focused. It is a way of developing awareness and mindfulness, which means being fully present and attentive to what is happening in the present moment. Meditation helps us to overcome the distractions and confusions that cloud our mind and to see things as they are. Meditation also helps us to cultivate positive emotions such as love, compassion, joy, and equanimity, which make us happier and more kind. Meditation is not a complicated practice, but it requires regularity and consistency. The Buddha said, "Just as a fletcher straightens an arrow shaft, even so the discerning man straightens his mind. So fickle and unsteady, so difficult to guard." Morality is the practice of living ethically and harmoniously with ourselves and others. It is a way of expressing our respect and care for all living beings and the environment. Morality also helps us to avoid actions that harm ourselves and others and to perform actions that benefit ourselves and others. Morality is based on the principle of non-harming, or ahimsa, which means not causing pain or injury to any sentient being. The Buddha said, "All tremble at violence, all fear death. Putting oneself in the place of another, one should not kill nor cause another to kill." The Buddha also gave us some guidelines for moral conduct, such as the 5 precepts, which are to abstain from killing, stealing, lying, sexual misconduct, and intoxication. These precepts are not commandments or rules, but voluntary commitments that we make to protect ourselves and others from suffering. Wisdom is the practice of understanding the true nature of reality and ourselves. It is a way of seeing beyond the superficial appearances and illusions that deceive us, and of realizing the deeper truths that liberate us. Wisdom also helps us to overcome the ignorance and delusion that are the root causes of our suffering, and to attain the knowledge and insight that are the sources of our happiness. Wisdom is based on the principle of dependent origination, or pratitya samutpada, which means that everything arises and ceases in dependence on conditions. The Buddha said, "When this exists, that comes to be. With the arising of this, that arises. When this does not exist, that does not come to be. With the cessation of this, that ceases." The Buddha also taught us the 4 noble truths, which are the truth of suffering, the truth of the origin of suffering, the truth of the cessation of suffering, and the truth of the path leading to the cessation of suffering. These truths are the essence of his teaching and the foundation of his path. These are the main 3 Buddhist practices for success: meditation, morality, and wisdom. By applying these practices in our daily lives, we can transform our minds, our behavior, and our reality. We can achieve not only worldly success, such as wealth, fame, and power, but also spiritual success, such as happiness, peace, and enlightenment. We can also contribute to the well-being and happiness of others and the harmony and balance of the world. The Buddha said, "One who conquers himself is greater than another who conquers 1,000 times 1,000 men on the battlefield. Be victorious over yourself and not over others. When you attain victory over yourself, Not even the gods can turn it into defeat. Thank you for watching this video. Until next time, may you be happy, healthy, and successful.